Hi guys, my name is Murendeni Lifeline. I would love to welcome you to my page, my channel. Life goes on. First of all, I would love to share with you the story of my life so that you'll know who is Murendeni, where was I born, how did I grow up, how did I manage to be who I am today, what made me to be who I am today, and how was the journey of my own life. So in a bit, this one is gonna be biography of my own self. Like, I don't want people to lie about me when I'm gone, so better you know about me now. I'm Murendeni Lifeline. I was born in 1994. It was on the 13th of October. That was Thursday. I am the son of the late Boneni Godfrey Moraudi. And I'm a son to Azwindini Precious Moraudi. I was the firstborn of my parents. What happened is that when I was born, my mom and my dad already were separated. They got separated before I even arrived to this world. And the sad part of everything is that Murendeni you see now was born prematurely. I was born 2 months before my own time. It was so pity to see Murendeni, the young Murendeni, battling for his life. I fought for my life. I made it my life. That was back in the 90s. Time flies. 2001, I was 7 years old. Mom got married. I had to live with only my mom's granny, who's my granny, and her mother, who's my granny. My mom was the firstborn of the family, meaning I had to also live with her younger sisters, who were three of them by that time. I only lived with mom that 7 years. Though the treatment was not good, but it was better because my mom was there by my side. Then when she had to leave, she got married the very same village as I, and my dad, we stayed the very same village. 2001, it was when I was starting going to school. Anani Primary School. I had to be at school from 2001 until 2007 when I finished up my primary school. So what happened was that 2001, that's where I knew I have dad. I have my dad. I knew about my dad. I managed to be with my dad. One thing about it is that for me to go see my dad, because my dad was a person who was working, he was also a musician. He will come back home during school holidays or else when he's off from work. Then I'll hear about my dad is back. Then my dad was staying not far from the primary school. When if I have to go home, I have to walk past my dad's place. Then it was a good thing for me to can walk pass by, be with my dad, and go home. Truly speaking, I enjoyed being with my dad. I wished to live with my dad. He also wished the same. It happened that when my dad is back, Since he was working, he would buy me some of the few clothes, and he was gonna just give me some of the things he bought for me, like food. Since he was working somewhere by the farms, he would bring back oranges with him. Then my dad is gonna give me a plastic bag full of oranges, and then by my hand, he's gonna put money here, wrapped in a plastic, then so that I don't lose that money. And then when I go home, this is Murendeni going home with the plastic bag full of oranges and the money from his dad. Guess what? When I arrive home, my granny was in full-time home. She was working. The mother to my mom, she was working, so she was not full-time home. I was only left with my grand granny and my mom's younger sisters. So the thing is, when I arrive home, I'll hand over what I have as a little kid. I'll hand over, say, granny, this is what I have. What's that? This is oranges for my dad, and then my dad gave me money. They will take and eat. Take the money, send one of those three to the shop to buy something to can cook with that my money. And then after that, my granny will tell me, I have to punish you for this. I said, why? She said, you don't have to go to your dad's place. I had not to go to my dad's place being with my dad. I don't know what was going on between the family. Then it will happen today. I'll get punished. I'll be beaten for doing that, but they'll take my money and go buy either chicken feet or chicken head, and then they come, they cook, we eat. We eating my father's money. Still gonna get punished for going there and being with my dad. Then tomorrow I'll go to my dad and say, Dad, they took my money and they used it for this and that. And then we shared everything. But after that, I get punished for that. My dad is gonna say, don't worry. Don't worry. You'll be fine. I never understood what was going on. I asked my dad, why? He said, you can't understand. Okay, it's fine. I was doing my first grade. So my dad will used to ask me, like, if you make it this year, what can I buy you? I said, on my grade one, I said, buy me a soccer, just so that we can play with my friends. He said, no, I'll buy you. Time flies. December, Dad didn't manage to buy me what I wanted from him. Okay, it's fine, but he bought me some few Christmas clothes. I'll have clothes, bring them home, and then guess what? My dad wasn't staying with me, so he couldn't know exactly my sizes. So back then, when we were still kids, you can even wear any sized clothes, and then they'll tell you grow along with them. But to my side, it was different. When I got there home, all those people, because like the last born, we were same age, and then the other one was just few years older than me, and then the other one, like the second who followed my mom, they were just approximately the same age. So these two, when I have clothes, when I bring back clothes, they will first fit clothes. Whoever who fits the clothes in the correct size, then they take it. Whatever which doesn't fit them, then it's fine. I'll wear them. Tell my dad, Dad, still when you buy me clothes, they take my clothes. He said, no, don't worry. It's fine. I was doing my grade 2 now. So when I was school, it happened. On my grade 1, I was a first learner at school. On my second grade, I dropped the performance. Then I eavesdropped my first grade and my second grade teachers when they were talking about me. And then this other one who's my second grade teacher, my grade 2 teacher, she asked my first grade teacher, because we stay in the very same village. My grade 2 teacher stays on the other villages. So she said, why can't Murendeni's father, since Murendeni's mother got married to the other man, why he can't take his son and live with his son? Because like you can see what's going on. So she said, nope, it won't happen like that. The family, Murendeni's mother's family, doesn't want like that. And then she said, why can't his mom raise him? And then she said, no. Murendeni's father said, I can't. I can't let the other man raise my son while I'm still alive. That was it. It's fine. I made it to from second grade. So my dad asked me like, "What can I buy for you?" I said, "Buy me a bicycle." He said, "Yeah, I'll buy you." 2003, I'm doing my third grade. Um, the treatment is still carrying on the other side. Like if I visit dad, I'll be punished. I don't care. I didn't care about that. It have got nothing to do with that. The only thing which makes me be well and be happy, it was being with my dad. That was absolutely the perfect thing. So I used to enjoy that. I used to enjoy the punishment also. It's fine. And then when I was on doing my grade three, and then I asked dad, why can't you stay with me? He said, no, you won't understand. I will take you, just grow a bit. I said, my mom's little sisters, like they treat me the other way around. Whenever they have to send someone to go buy something, like it's hard vendor, at vendor is hard. If they have to ask someone to go buy something, then they're gonna send Marendeni. So even like at some point when I'm walking by the street after being sent somewhere, I'm gonna meet my father's family side, like my cousins and everyone. So they'll be like, "Why they sending you too far to can go fetch water or collect water?" I'll be like they sent me. So I grew up understanding that and admitting that there is nothing I can do as a child. It was fine in that way. 2003, I made it on my third grade. I asked dad, you promised me a soccer in grade one, grade two. I promised me bicycle still now, and then now I need stereo like that. You have a stereo, and then you insert a cassette, and then you have your earphones there, and then you play music. I asked that. He said, no, I'll buy it for you. My mom is there. I'll just go sometimes visit my mom and come back. No one will punish me for that. I'll only get punished for being with dad. 2004, that was February, I remember. My dad came back home. He bought me soccer, he bought me stereo, he bought me a bicycle, he bought me clothes, he bought me everything I've ever asked from his side. That was 2004. I was 10 years old. That was February. I appreciated. I liked it. So now here's the time. I had to take my bicycle home. He said, no, you can't. Whenever you want to play with your bicycle, you have to come here and play. Because if you go with it there, it's not for you anymore. It's for everyone there. I understood. I said, it's fine then. I have to come this side. Even though I knew I'll get punished for that. Every time after school, when I say I'm going to my dad's place because he bought me bicycle, they say no. That's the other guys, part of the family that side. You go look after the livestock. His father is having cows and everything, so we must just go look after them. That was me by that time. It's fine. I enjoyed that. I never had problem. Whatever you can tell Murendeni back then, he won't even ask you many questions. He will just understand and agree and do the way you want. I used to do that. Around that year, my mom told me I was by the hospital going to visit someone. I saw your dad. He's by the hospital. My dad was by the hospital. What's going on? She said, no, but he's getting well. He said, I must send my greetings to you. I said, okay. 2 weeks later, I remember my dad stays by my primary school. So 2 weeks later, we were there by school. I had this friend of mine whose dad is the best friend of my dad. They were both musicians. They were doing the same, so they were working together. So he told me, your dad is back. My dad went to the hospital to fetch him. He got discharged. I said, he's back. He said, yes, he's there at his place. When you, after school, you must pass by. I said, yes, I'll do the same. After school, passed by my dad's place. My aunt is there, my granny is there, everyone is there. Went there. They say your father is sleeping. So luckily he was awake by that time. I said, yeah, you can go inside. I went inside. I saw my dad lying on his bed. He was wearing a white vest. I asked him to wake up. He said, I will. I said, okay. My auntie was preparing sweet potatoes. They were almost, because they wanted to can cook food by that time, pap and meat. So she prepared me sweet potatoes. She came and she gave to me. I'm about to eat the sweet potatoes. She also handed over to my dad. So she said, she called my younger sister, my father's younger sister. And then when she arrived there, they have to help my dad so that he can sit well from his bed and have to eat. I noticed something. My dad's belly was big, like a pregnant woman. I looked at him. I said, what's wrong? He said, no, I'll be fine. I'm just hurt. My dad had an operation here. Then when I saw him, started crying. I cried. I cried. My dad chased everyone who was inside the house. He said, just excuse us. Called me by his side. He said, come, my son. Came to him. He said, I'm not well. I said, I see. He said, I'm not well, but I'll be well. That's okay. Be fine. So the only thing I can see here is a spring like, which only showcased how they stitch him, how they made operation to his belly from top until the bottom. I cried, but it's fine. He's my dad. He's promising me I'll get well. I understood. I couldn't even eat that day. Quickly enough, it's fine. After being with him, I went home. That day, I never get punished. I never get punished. They knew I'm from my dad's place and I never got punished. I wondered that night, what's going on tonight? No one is saying anything about me. Guess what? Ironically, they knew what's going on with my dad. So we are eating now. We're eating. The whole family is there. So this other third born of from my mom's side, she said, Murendeni's father is back and is very sick. I've heard his tummy is big and he has got operation. I started crying. My granny hit me for crying. He said, why are you crying? I cried. I cried. Stopped eating. I went to sleep. Tomorrow, from that day after school, for 2 weeks, it was a must thing. I have to pass by my dad's place and then it's fine. 2 weeks later on Friday, my dad is super, it's fine now. He can even walk outside now. Everything is fine. Like I can see he's well. Even the way he speaks is well, is good. Like I still can remember how he breathed while he was next to me. He was like, I even now hear the smell of my dad. He said, I'm well now. I said, thanks. He handed over to me cup of yogurt, the mayo one. He said, you can have mayo there. I couldn't finish up. I ate, I enjoyed. When I got home that Friday, I got the message. My mom said, tomorrow morning, you have to get prepared. We're going to town, which is Toyando. We have got to Toyando. She's going to buy me some few clothes. I said, no, it's fine. I'm happy because I never grew up going to town. And so by that, my time going to town, it was like not today's things. So in the morning, I woke up, we go together with my mom to town. We're busy shopping around. Everything is fine. I had to cross over the street. One thing which caught my attention, I saw casket manufacturing guys. There was a company which is manufacturing caskets on the other side of the road. I stopped and looked there. My mom walked away. She couldn't realize what's going on. And then I don't know what's having me now. I am staring onto those guys. I even stared the guy who's crossing by with casket to the, I don't know if there's the storage room or what. Like my mom, let's go. I said, oh, okay, it's fine. We go. Done with the shopping. Go home. My mom, remember, after getting off the taxi, I have my plastics. She said, okay, it's fine. You can go to your place. It's fine. What you have now, you can go and tell them like it's you who bought for them. I used your money. I said, okay. I'll go there home. The very same aged little sister of my mom, whom we aged the same, she saw me entering. Entered, I got my granny sitting down there by the house. And then I greeted her. I went inside. I dropped the food. And then I wanted to come outside to the other house to can change clothes. The moment I entered there, that my mom's younger sister, the last born one, she came in. She jumped in. She said, "Hey, Murendeni, have you heard that your father passed away?" I said, "Nope, I've never heard that." He said, "Yes, he passed on." I said, "Okay, it's fine." She quickly went out, and then I was 10 by the time. She quickly went out. I sat on top of the bed. I breathed. I didn't cry. I'm wondering, he's gone. But the guy was yesterday. He was fine yesterday. We were talking. His voice he was the best guy. He could even walk. But now he's gone. But that time I couldn't believe it. A few moments later, my granny called me. My granny. She asked me outside. I went outside. I went there. I greeted her. She said, okay, sit down. I sat down. She said, have you heard that your father passed on? I said, yes, I did. She said, who told you? I said, Mohuru came in and told me now. She said, okay, get well. Be fine. Don't cry. I started crying then. I stood up, walked inside the house. I cried. I cried. On that week, it was the preparation of the funeral. My father's family, they respect too much my mom's family because they are from, my mom is from the royal family. So during the week, they sent people to can come. It was Wednesday. They said, can we please have Murendeni? You have to come bury his father. It was around 6 later on. I heard my granny say, nope, not him, he can't. She chased them. They left. On Saturday, when my father was going to be buried, when all cars were going by the graveyard, I was sent to go fetch water by the wheelbarrow, few kilometers away. I had to stop somewhere and have a look to those cars, knowing that one of those cars, there is my father there inside. I came back. Mom later on, she came and asked me, "Did you manage to go bury your father?" I said, "No." She said, "Why?" I said, Granny said, "No, I can't." She said, "Okay, it's fine, I'm sorry." I cried. That was 2004. After my dad passed on, I stood up and take the decision that from now on, it is going to be between life and me. Mom was not working by that time. My dad was the only guy who can do anything for me. He was the only guy who was eagerly to can be there for me, to play his role for me. But the family couldn't let him do so. It hurt me so much. Like to such an extent, I hated everyone there in the family. After that year, I made it to the 5th grade. Mom came and asked me, can you come over for the Christmas? It's fine. They let me go over to my mom's place. I spent the whole December, and then January, school are reopening. I'm not yet back. Mom bought me a new uniform. She bought me everything. I went to school. When I come back, she said, "Go back, pick up your old clothes. You're gonna start staying with me." I went there. I got my granny. She asked me, "What are you doing inside the house?" I said, "I'm here to take all my clothes." My mom said, "I must bring all my clothes. I'm going to stay with my mom and my stepdad." She started making noise to say, "Now because your dad is passed on, now they can do whatever they want with you. They are now taking you away and everything." I was crying inside, thinking like, this is the person who couldn't let me go visit my dad. This is the person who couldn't let me bury my father. I left. From 2005, I was staying with my mom and my stepdad. It's happened like that. My stepdad was a good dad. He wanted to be there for me, he wanted to play his role unto my own life. But guess what? I've already decided that I don't want anyone to assist me in my life. I don't want neither anyone to be part of my life. I've decided already. Many people by that time, like after my dad passed on, they felt pity for me. They wanted to can do best for me, but I couldn't let any of those people. I've decided because the guy is gone. He's the only guy who was eager to do everything for me. And then I took those decisions like saying, "No, I can't. I can't. I can't let anyone to be in my life anymore." That was Murendeni. 2005, 2007, I'm done with my primary. 2008, I went to the Itereni Secondary School. 2008 until 2011, because I had to repeat my grade 10. I failed grade 10 during 2010 World Cup. So 2011, I was doing my second time on my grade 10. I decided I want to go stay at my dad's place. But I can't from my stepdad's place and go directly to my dad's place. That's gonna be like disrespecting, meaning that I have to go back to my granny's place. Mind you, 2010, my granny passed on. I was staying with my mom. But that time, no one noticed that I didn't bury my father. Now she passed on. I was staying with my mom. That was 2010. Mom forgot about everyone forgot about it. It's me who knows about it. She passed on that week of funeral preparation. I met one of my mom's little sister. She asked me like, "You haven't ever shown up there since since your granny passed on. Why? Are you happy now that she's?" I said, "You know what? I don't care. I don't care." She cried. On a free funeral day, mom told me to prepare my younger sisters, then to prepare them and send them up there to can come for the funeral. She asked me, "What are you going to wear?" I showed her, "This is what I'm gonna wear." She said, "Okay, it's fine. You must remember around 6. That's gonna be the starting of everything." I said, "No, it's fine." That was 2010. I prepared everyone. I didn't get prepared. I sat down and I had to watch cricket, saying to myself, I can't go bury someone who never agreed or allow me to go bury my dead. Even though the treatment, I don't care about the treatment, they were treating me the way, but the only part now which hurt me a lot is that I never buried my dead due to one someone. Then I couldn't go bury the person. I didn't went and bury her. My mom came back. She said, "Why didn't you come?" I said, "No, nothing." I realized that she forgot. Her mother asked me, "Why didn't you come bury my granny?" I said, "No, nothing." She said, "Were you fighting?" I said, "No, no, I'm not fighting." I realized that nobody cares about what happened because they all forgot. But I didn't, and I can't forget about it. 2011, I came back to the family because she's gone. Stayed there, doing my grade 11, Chimbufe Secondary School. I had to walk distance to school. That was Murendeni, a guy of his own decisions now in life. I'm the guy who understands what do I need in life. And I now can say nope to anyone. I can say yes to whatever I want. To be honest, I used to enjoy being at school than being home. I never enjoyed the way everyone is treating me. 2013, I was doing my matric. The whole year, I had to walk distance to school without school shoes. Spend my whole grade 12 without complete school uniform. I was the guy at school. Not top learner, but I was a learner. I was good. I remember when we had to go for metric dance, teachers have to can see what best they can have and donate for me to can go participate with other. And no, that was the best. I was a good guy. It happened that way. I had to apply for University of Limpopo only, and then this was tough. So I made it. My metric. I was doing maths and science, physics, geography, and life sciences. I was just doing sciences for fun. I knew in my life my only career is gonna ought to can do with communication. I'm only born for to communicate with people. So I applied for communication studies. I wanted to do media studies. I wanted to be on the television, being news presenter, sports analyst. I want to act. I want to play on dramas, movies, and everything. So January 2014, the letter came back from TEF. Your application has been approved. The only thing best you can do is just to can pay the registration fee. Then everything is gonna be fine with you. Then after reading that letter, I was like, who can give me this money? 3,500. I got the letter. It was 12th January. The due date was the 17th of January. No one. I folded the letter, put it nicely, put it under the mattress of my bed, sleep. Then my granny asked me, "Hey, I've heard you got a letter from the university. What is it that they say?" I said, "No, they approved my application, but they need a registration fee. I don't have." She said, "Yes, you don't have. Why can't you ask someone?" I said, "Who's someone?" She recommended me three few people. I said, "No, it's fine. No one can make it for me. I don't want anyone to can make it for me. I don't want to feel like I owe people in my life." Just like that. This and that was the plan. I said, "I'll go to Pretoria, where my cousin is. I'll go find something to do there." She said, "You can't. Remember, that's my father's family now. Me, getting to be involved to my father's family. No one likes it. January is gone, February is gone, March is gone. I'm doing nothing at home. I just wake up and sleep and sleep and wake up. April is gone. May, people were busy with the voting stuff. That was 2014. I was busy writing my own story life, the book of my own story. Everything I've came across in my life, I was writing down. That was May 2014. That was the time I knew that the name Murendeni was given me by my dad. The name Lifeline, it was my dad who gave me my name. I go through the dictionary like, who's Murendeni, who's Lifeline? Lifeline is an auxiliary person, is a person who had to be there for people. Lifeline is a link between life and survival. I had to be there for people to let them bounce back to life. I'm a game changer. I understood my role of life. I wrote a book of my own life. I filed it. That was 2014 May. My aim was to publish my book when I come to Pretoria. It happened that in June, I sat down with my grand. I said, you said I mustn't go to Pretoria. What is it that you're doing best for me? She said, no, I told you to can apply to the college, and you couldn't. I said, I don't want college. I don't want to study anymore. I want to work. She said, no, but here at home there is nothing we can do. I said, yes, I have got now a plan. I have to go to Pretoria. She said, there is nothing I can do. I said, good. I went and told my mom I'm going to Pretoria. She said, there is nothing I can do. You better go. A week later, my granny received a call from my mom's younger sister who's staying by Garankuwa. She said, don't let the guy go there. People are sleeping by the street there. You won't make it. My granny sat down with me. She said, you can't. You don't have to. I said, who says that? She said, your mom's younger sister, she's saying so. I said, I'm going there. July 2014, my aunt gave me money. She gave me 200 bucks. She said, you're going. You will see what you do there. I made it to Pretoria. That was 2014. I'm here, Pretoria. Come, stayed with my cousin. He was a gardener. He is a gardener even today. He took me to his work, showed me what to do. They gave me some few clients when time was going, and then I now know what to do. I'm my own boss. I've got few houses to can take care of weekly. I get so much earning. I'm getting to know people there around where we're staying because I was staying in Moy Plus. So that was a squatter camp. So the other lady asked me like, do you have metric? I said, yes. She said, no, in my company, they want people. Come tomorrow. I said, I don't even know your company. She said, no, don't worry. I'm going to give you the direction. Make sure you are there in the morning. I said, okay, it's fine. I made it in the morning. I never went to the gardening job. I went straight to the factory site. We were 43 people. The company wanted only 12 guys. I was the sixth guy to be interviewed. I was the third guy to be hired on the list. I was hired at the age of 20. Murendeni. I worked at a pharmaceutical company at the age of 20. I was the youngest guy in the company. I worked October, November, December. 2014, December. I was the youngest guy in the village who was working. I was the guy who was able to buy himself everything. I was the guy who can buy the family food for December. I sat down with my brain. I said, you see, I'm back. Told you I'll be back. Told you I'll make it. I'm working. On the 4th of January, I'm going back. I'm going to work. We're opening on the 5th. That was me. It happened like that. Started working. Started making my own life. And then I bought my things. I bought bed, wardrobe. I started buying TV. I bought several stuffs for me now. Life is going there for Murendeni now. It's 2015 now. Bay, that pharmaceutical company where we were working now, met this lady, fell in love. It's good. A few months later, we decided to stay together. Stayed together 2015. Things were fine. Everything was fine. December 2015, we went back home. I introduced her to the family. That was it. Came back 2016. When 2016, when we came back, January, February, already she was pregnant. We were expecting now my firstborn. Guess what? April, she had to go home. She's from Limpopo, not Venda, the Polokwane side. She told me, I'm going home. I'm going to visit home since it's Good Friday issues and everything. Oh, it's fine. She's pregnant by that time. She's gone. And indeed, she was gone. Not just to go, but for good in my life. A month later, she texted me, I won't be with you again. I won't come back again. I've moved on. I cried. Hate the fact that something which happened to Murendeni is gonna happen to my son. Remember, my mom and my dad separated when my mom is pregnant. Now I and my baby's mother, we're separating. She's pregnant. I went to work, but that time I was working in the other company. I asked this other white guy, I said, is it possible that what I can go through in my life experience, my generation can go through? He said, yes, but it must not be generation after generation. It must skip the generation. I said, but it's not skipping a generation to me. What I came across now is happening to it's going to happen to my son. My dad and my mom got separated before I was born. Now I got separated with my baby mama before my child is born. He said, unfortunately, Lifeline, it does happen. 2016, 2017. The guy was born 2016 August. I couldn't see him. I don't know where she stayed, the lady. It happened that way. I couldn't go home now, and because they're expecting me now. I gave them a call after I received a call from my girlfriend's sister that you have a son. I told them, like, name him Gundo, which means victory. Is my victory. It's fine. I couldn't talk to my baby mama. I was so stressed that year. 2016. 2017, it's me again. Never seen my son. Never my son seen me before. Never been together with my son. It happened that a sister who's married to a vendor guy, they made a plan that they had to go attend the funeral by Polokwane. Then it's gonna be fine if they pick me up and we go together there so that I'm gonna have enough time with my son. That was the only time I had with my own son. That was 2018, February. It was 1.5 years. That was the only day till today we've been together. Talking about Murendeni, we grew up in that situation he hated. I experienced life in the hardest way. I'm now again, it's 2016, 2017, 2018, experiencing the very hardest way of life. I thought maybe when I'm fine now, when it's me now, life is gonna be fine with me. Never. It never happened that way. I admitted I can't change anything. 2019, It's 3 years now. Never been with my son. You have never been with me. I admitted I had to take decision to move on. I moved on. Immediately after moving on, she showed up to Pretoria again without my son. I asked her what went wrong. She said, "You never wronged me." I said, "Where is my son?" She said, "Back there in the pub." I said, "Okay, it's fine. I've moved on." That was it. I started businesses by the time I was doing my printing. I was printing T-shirts. I was printing coffee mugs. I was designing logos for people. I was doing photo printouts, doing calendars, those kind of printing. I was also doing the fast food where I was selling quota, chips. I was also having a salon where people were coming, do their hairs and everything. I was a businessman by the time. I was 23 years of age. I was having three people who were working under me. I was also working. I decided to resign by my work. I resigned, that was 2018. I had to focus onto my business 2018, 2019. Um, Along 2019, I couldn't make it now because the business side is in booming, is in making good money now. I have many businesses, but still, I can't, as a person who never managed a business, I had poor skills of managing finance on businesses, and then now I had to put everything aside. I was only left with a salon and a Photoshop. And then I can see the Photoshop isn't making good money anymore. I need something to boost and everything. I had nothing behind me now. I have nothing my side now. I had to go and relocate from Spruit, go to Atteridgeville. There are a few friends of mine who are there. I went to Atteridgeville. I became a taxi driver. 2020. My guess. Started driving taxi. Started running around with the minibus now. I'm a guy now. I can do what I want, can be where I want. I have money now. I'm able to can afford my own life and myself now. I've moved on life. Businesses aside, I'm now a guy on the road. I'm enjoying to be on the road, driving around. There was one of my friend who was doing Bolt by the time. I said like, what do I have to do in order for me to be on Bolt? He said, no, you download the app and you do all the qualification, then you register and you go. I said, no, I want to do this because the taxi issue, you drive around, you have boundaries, you cannot make it through wherever there is trespassing, there are taxi saga issues and everything. And by that time in Atteridgeville, that was toughest time because, it was shooting after shooting, taxi sagas and everything. So I had to escape. And that guy introduced me to the platform. I downloaded the apps and make application. My application was approved. I started driving. I enjoyed driving now. Driver around now, I'm a Bolt driver now. Got already a new partner in Atteridgeville. Life is going now. It's Murendeni. That's where I came to senses. Like when I see people now, I see the other side of people now. Like Atteridgeville compared to the squatter camp where I was is different because this is the township. That's the other area now. Like I can see these are people who are living, who have goals, who have everything. And now I'm coming back to my senses of life. Like how did I grow up and everything? You can still be yourself, Marindin. You still can make it here in this life. I said, what is it that I can do best for the life? Then I see there are different people in life. Like there are people who can't do something even though they have something. There are people who can't grab the opportunities though they have opportunities. There are people who have everything and still they can do more than what they have. And now I can see I grew up not in this way. Some people are growing up in large. Some people are growing up being surrounded by the good surrounding. And when I remember about myself, I wasn't lonely in the universe, being surrounded by people, but feeling lonely due to the situation and circumstances or the way people were treating me. I was like, you can make it in life. I now think of my dream now. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be on screen. I want to to be on screen again. I want to be that guy. I want to be Murendeni. Come on, you can be the guy. I'm like, here's the moment, here's the chance, here's the time. I'm figuring out my life. Along driving people on board, there was this other app, Uber, and then I had to start admiring Uber because I had to compare like which one is busier than which one, and then I realized that Uber is too fond of long rides and everything. I love to explore. And then whenever I'm meeting people there and driving people, different people every day, people are coming with their own attitude, tendency, and the way of doing things. Some are good, some are bad, some are worse. Then I had to deal with those people. I had to tune them, make sure that they are people I want. Someone will jump into my car, start explaining to me their stories like, this is me, I'm going through this and that. And then I'll be like, okay, it's fine. This is the best you can do on this situation and everything. And then I keep giving people life advices, up to until the other day when I think now I must build my own Uber app and start driving for Uber now. And then I was like, I searched around in my app, on my Bolt app. I've driven more than 10,000 trips, meaning I've driven more than 15,000 people. Where are those people? Who are those people? Do they care about me only to find that nobody cares? I was there for my role to drive them, but nobody cares from there. And nobody look. When I remember taking all risk, picking up them during the night at some territory where you can't pick people up, risking my life for them, but guess what? No one is there after all. It's exchange of money and then that's it. I was like, but why life is like this now? I started figuring what's life now, only to find that from the age of 10, I've been to the University of Life. Life was teaching me everything. I wasn't aware. I had to sit down with Murendeni and said, dude, I need you here. We sat down, we made table for two, we discussed the life together. Murendeni told me like, dude, it seems like you forgot who you are, you forgot your plans, you forgot everything about yourself. Come back to yourself, be with me, let's be together, let's build ourselves, let's build our goal. What best can we do? I asked Murendeni. Murendeni said, dude, build your own goal. Find something best for you. I said, Murendeni, the only thing I'm being surrounded by now is people who are going through a lot. Is people who can't figure out what best to do in life. Murendeni said to me, dude, teach people life. I said, I'm from Norway University. He said, you are in the University of Life. You are studying every day. You have been studying. I said, but I can't make it. He said, yes, you were born not to make it. Remember, you battle with the life from the early ages. You were prematurely born. You fought for your life. You now know. You have the experience of fighting the life. You have the skills. Out of each and every situation you have been through, you have made it under what? Under being with your own inner self, under being with me, Murendeni. That's why you've made it. I want you now to stand up, dust yourself, lift up, and teach people life. I said, I have to be now a life coach. Murendeni said, football coaches, cricket coaches, rugby coaches, they all played those kind of sport before they became coaches. You lived this life. Almost you experience everything in your life. You better teach the world. I said, okay, Murendeni, it's fine. I'll teach the world. I started teaching people life. I'm teaching people life. 3 things I do every day. I learn, I search, I survey. I learn to know. I search to find. I survey to understand. I no longer go through a lot in my life. A lot go through me. I'm not overloaded. I don't offload because I don't load. I've figured out what is my role in life, in people's life. Whatever I'm doing for people today, whatever I do for people every day, I've done it for me. I was there for myself. I prioritized myself. I took a good best care of myself. I've learned to take decisions for myself. I've learned to stand my grounds. I've learned to build boundaries. I've learned to build my own goal. That's why I am the guy I am today. I am a product of loss. If I didn't lose my dad 20 years ago, I don't think I'll be the guy I am today. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I'm a product of loss. I once changed my life. That's why I am who I am today. I am today a self-made life coach from the University of Life. My wish is to teach people about life every day. I want to be there for people every day. I am a builder. I want to build people. I want people to build people. I want people to build their own legacy, to build their own names. I want people to take a good care of themselves. I want people to be there for themselves so that they can be there for other people. I'm here today for people because I'm here for my own self. I understand and I appreciate the fact that I managed to can figure out what best am I on in this life. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm eager to can help anyone who want to make it in life. I was born not to make it, but I made it. You can also make it too. But don't lie. Don't pretend. Be yourself. That's okay. Do you know why I must teach you about life? Because life goes on. That's why I've titled my YouTube channel Life Goes On. My TikTok account Life Goes On. Along the going of life, when life is going on, we ought to adapt to the pace of life. We ought to change, to adapt. That's why I'm telling you I once changed my life. That's why I am who I am today. In order for me to adapt, to be part and parcel of life, to be hand and gloves in life. I want to influence people. I want to teach people. I want to encourage people. I want to motivate people that in life, everything is possible. Nothing wrong, nothing right in this life. It's up to you. How do you figure it out? You are where you are with whoever you are with, wherever you are, because of your decisions. So I'll teach you about deciding. There are many things I would love to teach you. I will. I am going to teach you. I'm here for you. I have to teach everyone. Not tomorrow, but now. Life goes on. The best you have to do is to never stop the stepping part. Keep going. Because life is going on. Remember, we came to life. We got the life going. Even now, the life is going. And it have got nothing much to do with us. We gotta keep going. I'm here to tell you, to teach you, to help you to make it. If you feel tired, I'm here with guts. I'm here with energy. I'm here with motivation to lift you up. If you don't see the way, if you're in dark, don't worry. We'll close the eyes, we'll open the ears, and then we'll sense. I'm here for you. I was born for you. I was born for this. I am here for this. I won't run away. I am Murendeni. I am myself. I'm the self-made life coach. I'm from the reality of life. I can't normalize things which aren't normal. The life which people are living around is the influence of others who are lost in life. I don't want you to get lost. I want you to find a way. I don't want you to battle with this life. I want you to see how good life is. I want you to understand that life is beautiful. Life is glamorous. Life is charming. Life is the best. Life is unique. I want you to help yourself by adopting, by gaining the strength from what's from my mouth. I'm ready to speak out for the voiceless people. I'm here to lift you up. Make sure you step until. In my life, I've never heard them saying, person ran out of steps. Do you know why? Step never stop. I don't want people to stop. If you feel useless, I'm here for you. I'll let you know who you are. I've once felt useless in my life. I thank God I figured out how important am I, because I battled with life in the beginning. What for? I never knew. Now I know. It happened because of the now. I'm here for you. I'll be for you. I'm ready to teach you life. I'm ready. Do yourself a favor. Always be by my side. Always seek my face and my voice. Whenever you meet me, ask me. I'll let you know. Now you know. I thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your moment. This is the story of my life. Murendeni Lifeline Morawuzi. I was born to live. I was born to be a lifeline. I am your lifeline. I thank you. All the best along the journey of life. I'll be with you. I won't stop. I'll do it for you. I thank you.